Welcome back. Today we'll be going through problems involving trigonometry. And basically the questions that you're going to have is going to involve everything that you've learned in trigonometry. I've listed some below. But yeah, let's go to example number one. Example number one, find the value of side lengths x and y correctly in the focus. Got your main diagram here. Okay, you got to figure out what x and y are. But first, before I even have to do that, I have to figure out which one I have to figure out first. In this case, I'm going to figure out what x is first, okay, because I can't find out what y is until I figure out what x is. So let's do it. I can see here to find x, there's a right angle triangle with enough information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate it and redraw it basically. So what I mean by isolating, it just means just redraw. The reason why I redraw stuff is so that it's easier for me to see what I need to find. And it makes it more cleaner. Okay, so it's a right angle triangle. What do we know in trigonometry that involves right angle triangles? Secateurs. Okay, so the opposite of the right angle is my hypotenuse. The opposite of my angle 43 degrees is my opposite side. And my leftover is my adjacent. So looking here, I'm going to figure out where does my information lie, on what side. It lies on the opposite and the hypotenuse side. So I'm dealing with sine. Yeah. So it's going to be sine 43 degrees equal to my opposite is 28 degrees, 28 over x. Okay. Now my unknown x is in the denominator. That is something that I don't want. I want the x to be in the numerator, or yeah, I want my x to be in the numerator, right? Or at the top. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of that x on the right hand side. By getting rid of that x on the right hand side, I'm going to multiply by x. With equations, what I do to one side, I have to do it to the other. So I have to multiply x on the other side. Okay, the x's on the right hand side will cancel out. And now my x has moved to the left hand side where there's no denominators of what sorts, which makes my life a little bit easier. So from here on out, you're just going to figure out what x is equal to, right? How do I get x by itself? I've got to divide it by sine 43. What I do to one side, I have to do it to the other. Sine 43 and sine 43 cancel that. X will equal me if you put that into your calculator. If you put 28 over sine 43 into the calculator, you should get 41.1 centimeters if you round it to one decimal place. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer that information to my main diagram. Okay, so 41.1 centimeters is x. Now I can find y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redraw this right angle triangle here. Okay, underneath, it's just right here. Draw it exactly how it is supposed to be positioned. Yeah, so I want to find y. I know that this is 41.1. I know that this angle is 38 degrees. It's a right angle triangle again. So the opposite of the right angle is the hypotenuse. The opposite of the angle is 38. It's my opposite side. My lucky last side is my adjacent. Okay, my information lie on the opposite and the adjacent side. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use tan. So tan 38 is equal to me to the opposite side, which is y, over 41.1, which is on my adjacent side. Okay, figure out what y is by itself. I'm going to multiply 41.1 to get rid of on the right hand side. What I do to one, I have to do it to the other. This will cancel out. So y is going to equal me to 41.1 times tan 38. Okay, put that in your calculator. You should get, if you round it to one decimal place, 32.1 centimeters. Okay, so that's the first example. I'll catch you up on the second example for this. See you soon. Bye.